The 2005 P Minnesota State Quarter is one of the most popular coins in the 50 State Quarters program, and it has become a favorite among collectors because of its detailed design, its connection to nature, and its many known varieties and errors. Even though it was made in large numbers, some Minnesota quarters are surprisingly valuable because of unique minting mistakes. Understanding this coin story, from its design to its errors, helps collectors appreciate why even a small piece of pocket change can hold so much meaning and interest. The United States Mint launched the 50 State Quarters program in 1999 to honor every U.S. state with its own special design on the back of the quarter. Each year, 5 new state designs were released in the order that the states joined the Union. Minnesota's quarter was released in 2005, along with coins for California, Oregon, Kansas, and West Virginia. It was the 32nd coin in the series and marked Minnesota's pride in its beautiful forests, lakes, and outdoor traditions. The P Mint mark on the 2005 P quarter shows it was made at the Philadelphia Mint. Minnesota, known as the Land of 10,000 Lakes, is a state filled with natural beauty, and the design of its quarter celebrates that. The back of the coin shows a calm lake surrounded by tall pine trees. In the foreground are 2 people in a small canoe, paddling together across the water. Above them, a loon, Minnesota's state bird, is seen gliding across the surface of the lake. Behind them are evergreen trees and the outline of the state of Minnesota, which gives the coin a strong local identity. The state's nickname, Land of 10,000 Lakes, is written on the coin as well. It's a simple, peaceful scene, but it captures what Minnesotans love most about their home, its connection to nature and outdoor life. The design was created by Charles Vickers, who sculpted it based on a drawing by the U.S. Mint's Artistic Infusion Program artist Charles L. Vickers. The combination of the canoeists, the loon, and the forest made it one of the most detailed and well-balanced designs in the entire State Quarter series. Like other modern quarters, the 2005 P Minnesota Quarter has the portrait of George Washington on the front, which has been used since 1932. The inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter, surround the portrait. The back of the coin, or reverse, carries the Minnesota design along with the words, Minnesota, Land of 10,000 Lakes, and 2005. It also says, E pluribus unum, the Latin phrase meaning, out of many, one, which appears on all state quarters. The 2005 P Minnesota Quarter is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a pure copper core. It weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.26 millimeters across. The coin has a reeded edge, with fine ridges around it. The Philadelphia Mint produced about 239.6 million of these quarters, while the Denver Mint made about 248.4 million. San Francisco also struck limited proof versions for collectors in both clad and silver. So, while the coin itself is not rare in general, certain errors and die varieties make some of them stand out. This is where the Minnesota Quarter becomes especially interesting. In 2005, coin collectors started noticing that some Minnesota quarters showed something unusual on the reverse design, an extra tree next to the outline of the state. Some coins appeared to have 2 or even 3 extra trees that weren't supposed to be there. These extra designs were the result of die doubling, a type of minting error that happens when the die, the metal stamp that strikes the design onto the coin, shifts slightly between impressions. This can make parts of the image appear doubled. The so-called extra tree varieties quickly became famous in the collecting world. They are officially called double die reverses, DDR, and there are over 60 known varieties of this error for the 2005 P Minnesota Quarter alone. Some show very clear extra trees, while others are faint and hard to see without magnification. The most dramatic versions, where an entire new tree appears beside the existing ones, are the most valuable. These coins were all struck at the Philadelphia Mint, so only quarters with the P Mint mark have this doubling error. Because of these varieties, the 2005 P Minnesota Quarter became one of the most studied coins in the entire State Quarter series. Collectors searched through bank rolls, mint sets, and pocket change hoping to find one of these rare double die coins. Prices for them vary a lot depending on how strong the doubling is and how well the coin has been preserved. For example, a lightly doubled coin might sell for around $20 to $50, while a strong extra tree example in mint condition can sell for several $100s. Some have even reached prices of over $1,000 when certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. Besides the extra tree varieties, there are also other minor errors found on some 2005 P Minnesota quarters, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, and missing clad layers. Off-center strikes happen when the blank coin is not lined up correctly under the dies, causing part of the design to be missing. Missing clad layer errors happen when one of the nickel layers on the surface is not applied, leaving part of the coin copper-colored. While these are less common, they still attract interest and can be worth anywhere from $100 to several $100s depending on how obvious the mistake is. If you ever come across a 2005 P Minnesota quarter that looks a little odd, it's worth taking a closer look. The easiest way to check for an extra tree error is to look at the group of trees to the right of the outline of Minnesota on the coin's back. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop and look for what seems to be a faint or strong extra trunk. If you think you have one, don't clean or polish the coin, that can lower its value. Instead, handle it gently by the edges and consider having it examined by a professional grading company. Most ordinary 2005 P Minnesota quarters in circulation are still worth only face value, which is 25 cents. Even nice, uncirculated examples without errors usually sell for around $1 or $2. However, certified examples in top condition, graded as mint state 67 or 68 by PCGS or NGC, can bring $50 to $200 or more, depending on collector demand. And, of course, those with strong double die errors can be worth much more. The Minnesota quarter also holds sentimental value for many people. It reflects the state's deep connection to nature and outdoor life. The coin shows a peaceful moment on a lake, something that people from Minnesota experience in real life, where boating, fishing, and camping are part of the culture. Even for those who aren't from the state, the design feels calm and inviting, a reminder of the beauty of nature and the simple joys of life.